What's going on, guys? This is Fast Derek in the Everett 328 Production Studios for Moto number 3 of the MotOHIO Show, Season 2 of the MotOHIO Show. And as we always have, the one and only Grip It, Rip It, Kevin I.
Hey guys, everyone, nice to be back. Got a few things to talk about.
Oh boy, do we.
Looking like a spectacular show for you folks out there.
Yeah, man. We got some new things that we're kicking off this week for the MotOHIO Show. So we are finally unveiling the web edition of the MotOHIO Show, so we're going to be having this on YouTube, available. I'll have it as posted as soon as I can.
Absolutely.
And the MotOHIO Show is, as always, available on Spotify, Google Play Music, Apple Podcasts, you name it. Your podcast source, we've got it available for you guys. iHeartRadio is now available. So wherever you guys listen to podcasts, the MotOHIO Show is available, and we are still seeking sponsors. So if anybody is interested in sponsoring the MotOHIO Show or partnering with us, we've got product placement now. We've got availability to get the eyes on the products now. So even
not just hitting the ears, you know what I'm saying, the eyes and ears both.
Exactly.
You know? And I mean, if this just gives you a little bit of to a little sight into the future about what we have going on, 2020 is the year.
Oh, dude,
we're going nothing but up.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We're talking on some microphones, but no, we will get to the point where, more than likely, people will be able to ask us a question, we'll be able to answer it for you, and just have a little quick
on the fly,
here and there on the fly stuff. So that's what we're trying to get to you guys, and ladies out there and everything, and just spreading the word of motocross, man. That's it.
And we do have the MotOHIO, not the MotOHIO vlog, it's the Grip It Media.
Grip It Media
has a vlog now. I am in the process of working out the kinks on that, and it should be posted by the same time as the Moto 3, the MotOHIO Show. So yeah. We've got, you and I both were, down in
What a weekend, man.
Oh, man, it was awesome. We were both.
Wasn't not so much fun. It was a great time. It was.
You, I, and Talon Harper all hit the road on Thursday afternoon for Huntington, West Virginia.
Thursday around dinner time, a little lunchtime action. We just jumped in the van, started loading stuff up. That's when it started. That's when all the the compiling began. That's when it happened. Yeah.
We had 3 bikes in the back of my 1-ton van,
rolling
all
the gear
stuff
that you needed.
Everybody
could went and run right then and there.
And then we had 4 totes full of Flow Vision gear, and then we had 2.
We could all went riding, and we could have provided goggles for everyone at the track.
Yeah,
it would have been set,
and a place to hang out underneath the canopy, because we had 20 feet worth of canopies too.
Canopies, yeah.
So it was awesome. We had the MotOHIO Show down there at Huntington, West Virginia. We got that all set up.
Just wait till you see the vlog. You guys will see the setup. I thought that was the sickest setup.
It was
awesome.
awesome.
The 2 banners hanging on the wall. We really looked. I mean, it looked as it sounds, guys. It was a professional event.
It was as good as I could ever dreamed.
We did really good.
The Flow Vision booth looked great. The MotOHIO Show booth looked great. Had my little swag behind the MotOHIO booth there.
I don't know where
great.
all those little announcer stickers, with
gone.
your microphone, those were all gone, and there was only 10 of your cards left.
I've got
right there.
One.
That's it.
I've got one of these stickers left to my name.
There had to have been 100 there.
And
had to have been 100 on that table.
So I don't know.
No way.
I hope my wife has some hidden away somewhere, because those are the only ones that's the only one I got left.
Oh, I mean, I'm happy about that though.
Oh,
because
me too, man.
really something's going on. They're going to be having stickers somewhere.
We're trying to build a brand.
It's going to be sweet though sometime when we're doing a regional, someplace, and we just roll up on someone we have no idea who they are, and they got that sticker on their bike.
Hey, Derek. Hey.
How we doing? That's all.
I get that often, and I kind of feel bad about it, but
well, I think that comes with the sport, man. There's no way that I can keep track of every youngster that comes running up to me and says, "Oh, hey, Kevin, why are you doing this jump in and that?" I'm like, "Oh, buddy, I'm doing my 3rd. Get her done, little bud."
I know who you are with your gear on your bike,
right? And it's just and it's still just being respectful and being nice. You know what I'm saying? That's what I just try to do for the young guys. I try to give back as much as I can.
We seen a ton of young guys down in Huntington, West Virginia this past weekend.
Yeah.
My nephews went down there.
And really got their eyes open a little bit. We all kind of tiptoed, even including me. I didn't get the results I was really looking for, but there was just some fast guys down there, and the Tri-State Arena Cross brings them in.
It was
there wasn't not just but the pros that I watch on TV there, the amateur classes were pretty stacked up.
And Ronnie Farmer, the promoter of the Tri-State Arena Cross series, he is
amazing job.
He prides himself in providing amateur racers arena cross opposed to barn cross, because we know some other series is around the area
in shoebox racing, man. It's shoebox stuff, and it's real rinky dink. Some of them's got rubber band starts. I mean, this and that, and He had it about as real as you could remember if you remember 2005 on Speed Vision. You know what I'm saying? Like literally the Amsoil Arena Cross with Buddy Antonez and stuff double stacked in the gates. You know, and having the freestyle stuff.
It adds
or like
a whole
having like a
different
show
feel
in
to
the
it.
middle of it, you know, and stuff like as you had a show that you kicked off. We vlogged it, but you know, it was such a sweet event, and it was just a really nice venue. That arena is slick. That's a really nice place.
The dirt was different.
The dirt was perfect, man. You could grip on that stuff. You could barely power slide your back wheel into the corner to get it to spin around. It was just gripping.
How about that whoop section, man?
Whoop section was serious. Yeah.
10-pack.
10-pack whoops, man. Cupped out just like normal, you know. And it was and that's where I tiptoed, man. Things just didn't feel right in there, and I didn't push through there. So it showed, you know. So, but it's okay. It was still a good learning experience, and I bet, like I said. Like I told my nephews and stuff because they were a little bit upset about their finishes as well because they always want to do better.
It's always a learning experience.
Absolutely, but what I told them is we take this, we go to Summit with it, and we turn it into a positive.
Exactly.
That track was rough. That track got gnarly. You know what I mean? Because there were so many fast riders that will do to the track every time. That's why Nap gets so well and stuff like that. They're just all fast guys hitting these same exact lines, just over and over and over again. I mean, we had 7 laps. My race was over in 1 minute and 47 seconds. Vet 30 was going around the track,
boom,
bro.
Boom, boom, boom,
we were clicking laps off, you know. So that's where I'm at with it. When you're getting that depth in the, you know what I'm saying, even in the older guys' classes, and we're still going that fast. I mean, the B classes were unreal. Trenton Simpson, that young man is going to be someone to watch.
And he just recently moved out of the C class as well.
I'll tell you right now, that boy was cranking around that track. Boy, he does a real fine job on the Lovejoy kid and a couple other youngsters there in that B class was giving talent all they wanted. You know, he had his hands full. You know, so that was a great time. You know, I just love seeing young guys, and I love the Trenton Simpson kid. He had a mullet cranking like no other. Man.
he makes it happen for him.
Rolling. His little brother had one too.
Yeah,
CJ Simpson. He had a mullet cranking too on his 80. I was like, okay, these boys know what they're doing or whatever they got. But had traveled from a while. They're from Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they travel
Versailles.
Something I just went
something
like
that.
Camper and seen their plate. Cause I'm like, man, I just like to see where these guys are from. We'll see them again.
They make the travels down there.
They'll be somewhere.
Also making a travel down there and looking really impressive. Trenton Burton in number 71 in the 65cc classes.
Yeah, he did a really nice job.
He's from Russell's Point, Ohio. I think that's up around Lima somewhere. Don't hold me to that because
he's a wild little rider, man. He gets with the program.
He can get it done.
He got no fear. He don't got that switch inside of him.
He wants to be at the front.
Yeah,
and that's where he's going to go.
Yeah.
If
or
he's
in an ambulance.
Exactly, because we've seen him down on the ground just about as many times as we've seen him at the front of the pack.
I've seen him down on the ground as many times as I've seen him in a winter circle. You know what I mean? But that's fine. You know what I mean? Hey, one or the other, buddy. It would work. You know?
Also, repping out down there in the 65cc classes, Brody Atkins, local rider right there from Huntington, West Virginia, looked really good in the 65cc Open. I think he was like a top 3 finisher.
Them kids were getting around the track too.
Carson Farmer, number 33, he was the 65cc senior class winner, and he was a top 3 in the overall in the Open class.
Scotty did great.
The Hurricane did great too.
Did awesome, yeah. He got his eyes open a little bit too. Like, holy cow, this is a little different ball game as well. We all did. You know, I ain't gonna lie, man.
I know for a fact that Brody Adkins and Scotty Hanoud were just on 50cc bikes last year.
Right.
So they are just making the transition onto the 65, shifting, going through the gears, and
they rode that track phenomenal.
They're getting it done.
The way the track kind of fell apart, and that's got nothing to do with anyone. That happens.
No,
everywhere.
it's a track.
It just happens. I mean, you can't just continuously stop to try to just fix every little bump and nook and cranny. But with the way that track fell, I can only imagine with the little wheels. Them whoops had to be serious, dude. Them little guys, you could probably sit their bikes on those whoops as like a stand.
Yeah,
because they were to my waist.
Just get off.
They were to my waist, and they were 10 deep. You know what I mean? They were a real live whoop section, but it was like you said, it was a good learning experience. I had a great time. It was an awesome time.
I'm glad you could go down, man.
Oh, we're going again next year. We'll be do a couple of different ones. I'll be do a couple of different ones next year. I might run a series. I don't know.
What did you think of the overall program of the Tri-State Arena Cross with running the both days, doing the practice during the day, the heat races during the day, and then the main events in the evenings, both days, Friday and Saturday, compared to Summit? Locals up here will be familiar with Summit having their main event thing on Friday only, and then Saturday being all day.
I think you get a little more bang for your buck, you know what I mean? Because we kind of got, but it makes things a little
little dog. Little dog coming in the studio.
And then there were just so many riders. There were just the turnout that showed up there, and then just that fish back and forth to get to the practice, like, there were just so many riders just congested, and then nobody would go all the way out to warm their bikes up, like it got serious because there were just a lot of guys there. So
little dog in the studio.
I thought it was awesome. I thought they couldn't have done it any better. You know what I mean? Because it was just so many. Like, I don't know. I was sitting there. They had a shutdown because it was a little
smoky.
Hazy. Okay, so it's of course my class is on the line. Why not? You know what I mean? Make me more nervous. That happens every time. But I look up in the stands, dude, and this place is packed.
It was packed. Just wait till you see
dude.
Just wait till you see the vlog
of the Star Spangled Banner that I did and had all these lights on and stuff. I'm gonna tell you, it was epic.
I've got that whole thing in the vlog, and it's gonna be great whenever I get that posted up. Hopefully, if not tonight, tomorrow. I'm hoping to have that up. We had the little dogs coming in here in the studio. You've probably seen them up here. Hey. We had Hickory on the viewer's right.
On the mic.
Yeah, yep. And then Reva was on the viewer's left. She was closest to me. So that was 2 of the 4 dogs in the Everett 328 production studio. So they will probably be moseying their way to and from most of the time. So that's the way it goes. You live in a house and they come through.
Cruising through, yeah.
But back down to Huntington, West Virginia this past weekend, the pre-race show, every time we have a race down there for the Tri-State Arena Cross folks, we have a pre-race show, and it starts at 6:30. Right. Like, on the dot. We have Phil Collins' song coming in, and then as soon as that song ends, boom, 6:30 on the dot, pre-race show starts, and I've got my...
Got a great sound system, too, man.
Bro. It pumps.
It was bumping, dude.
And I have my cues down, like, to a T, that we drop the first gate at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
7 o'clock. We're dropping gate.
Yep.
And then on Friday, we were done racing all the main events by 10:30.
Oh, sweet.
And then on Saturday with even more, we had even over 400 riders alone on Saturday.
We had all of us on a Friday, and then an extra 400 bones, 400 riders come on Saturday. Yeah. So it really made a heck of a...
We got through all the heat races by, 4...
Two vet 30 qualifiers.
Yeah.
We just had 2 divisions of us.
Two vet 30 guys.
Come collide in the main. I was like, wow, that's amazing.
Because in the heat races, they will only put you guys on the front row, but for the main events, they'll double stack you guys.
Yeah.
So that way,
that was awesome.
You don't have to start from the back row and try to...
12 guys. That was sweet, dude. That was a great turnout. Like, it was just cool. Yeah.
We powered through all the heat races, and then the main event started, and on Saturday we were done racing by 11 o'clock. So
it wasn't bad at all.
That was as good as it could have gone, and that's even taking some breaks.
All gathered up, and me and you were fed food and back to the hotel by not bad.
No.
So it was a great. I thought they did a great job. Things can get crisscrossed, and and this and that, and this rider get put in that class, and that rider get put in this class, and things can happen.
Especially with that many signups.
It happens, man. It's not always going to be perfect. It's not. If you want it to be perfect, you have to transponder. You have to. The riders themselves and the families will have to start buying transponders in because the tracks will require it, and then we'll have you completely dialed in. We'll know when you cross every little point.
The transponders really wouldn't have. I don't think it would have made a difference because the scoring down there is
scoring, but it would have just. It's just.
People got to know their lap times.
That's a lot of people. Well, not only that, but like how they were doing their 50 brackets. They were doing a time. And they were saying, then you could go by how, and then you could get your gate pictures. That was a big, serious thing. They had so many mini guys there.
Yeah.
And
there were so many riders on the bubble of not even making it in.
It's those mini parents are something else to deal with. So I would try to stress on getting those classes to like as best perfect as I can because that'll just save you a lot of chaos in the end, And I get it, man. They, like I said, some of the mini parents had some cash in them events down there. We're like me. I'm sliding through with being able to get away with here and there, because I know this person or that person. They're paying for every single thing along the way. Wham, bam, So that's just, I got a couple sponsorships to help here and help that, and help this, and they haven't got that yet. So I get
Mom
it.
and Dad.
Yeah, it's mom and dad racing. The dad, he's the coach, he's the mechanic, he's the transportation, he's the bank, he's the friend, he's the buddy, he's everything.
Sponsor, he's everything.
And that's what makes motocross so great, man, for a family event.
How about that pro class though? Friday night.
Going, dude.
What's cool about the Tri-State is they have a dash for cash.
I love it.
And they take like the top 2 AB All-Stars class riders of each winner of each division in the AB All-Stars class, and then advance those guys to a bracket race, including the top 6 qualifying pro riders to see, how good the top B-class all-star around here is versus, a pro rider.
Versus Jeff Gibson.
And it's pretty surprising that Cameron Farmer, he was an advancer in one of the bracket races, and he lined up side by side with Hunter Sales, I think, in one of them. Yeah. And that was a race all the way through the first lap, but the second lap kind of let the A-class rider pull away.
Right.
But
he did a real good job though.
The bracket race is pretty cool because it gives
you an eye-opening experience. You said like where that line is crossed. You think that AB All-Star class is going as fast, or they're going just as fast. Well, they're really not.
The bracket race gives you a little bit of an eye-opener for the main event because you never know when you're racing into that final turn and you see the guy that was racing against you in the bracket race make an aggressive move on you, taking an extra $100 out of your pocket. You can utilize that move in the main event on somebody else.
Right. Oh, no, yeah. Or know that it's coming. Like, he did this to me in the bracket race. He did this to me in the bracket race. And then hang tight.
Right.
Something, because that was a big part of it. Everybody was saying that there was a lot of bumping and this and that. But
it's arena cross.
It's arena cross, and that place was small and tight, and that's kicker arena cross. It's not called that, but that's
the same
what I
feel.
remember it as. You know what I mean? And that's kicker. That's Amsoil arena cross. That's Jay Owen and those guys banging it out.
That's the same feel.
That's the same way I feel about it. So that's just how it goes. The tough blocks are everywhere.
Levi.
They get knocked down. They get knocked up. I feel bad for Levi, but he'll be back strong.
I'm pretty sure that he got knocked out in that bracket race because he clipped a hay bale with his handlebar and just smashed his hand or something.
Broke a bone in the back of his hand.
That's what we heard.
In the back of his hand or something. See him come off. He's rubbing it real bad and stuff like that. He rips his glove off, and he was going just this hard. And I just literally watched it just swell up right while we was all sitting there. And I'm like, well, Levi, I think you have to go get that checked out. He's like, yeah, I think so. I was like, yeah.
And Levi's tough.
He's a tough character. He rode the rest of the lap with a broken hand.
He did.
Doing all the jumps. And then he finally he almost went to make the corner at the hole shot to take back off his sails.
Nope.
He's like, and he went to the right. He just come in the pitch. He's like, man, I was going to try and catch him. I'm like, you'd have caught him with a broken hand. I'd have been like, oh, gosh.
He's bad to the bone to begin with.
He is. He's got that start dialed. His hole shots are on point.
Then on Friday, I don't remember exactly. I'm pretty sure it was Travis Sewell. I'm pretty sure he swept it both nights with.
He's so killer in the whoops, man.
Oh, he's so fast.
He doesn't even look like his bike moves. It
just
comes up on top of it, and then it just goes across like it's on flat ground.
Exactly.
I'm like, wow, that's
he
amazing.
Is so fast. Jeff Gibson had some great results both nights.
Yeah, he did really good.
I'm pretty sure he was in third then on Saturday. I don't have the exact results in front of me. I'm just going off what the top of my head was, but I'm pretty sure James Justice rounded out your podium on Friday night in third place, and he was looking good.
Great job, James Justice. You're always my fan. You always got a fan here, man.
Yeah,
I'm
me
a
too.
James Justice fan.
I am too. I'm a fanboy. I love
watching him race. He's always real nice. Him and his mom.
Always there.
Everyone always really, really just help. And my boys like watching James Justice because he's on the KTM.
Yeah.
And he's got a number 7 in his number. So, of course, that's what Rhett and Reed will find something to do. So
you'll never not see him encouraging everybody else.
Well, that and always there to help, or like I'm sitting up there and the smoke had to clear in the thing, and he's standing behind. The pro race is coming up, and he's just got a Gatorade. I'm like, come over here. And he just hands it to me. I'm like, I'll just waterfall. He's like, I don't even care. You know what I mean? Like I get it. You know what I mean? Like I'm just nervous. You know what I mean? Like I got a Vet 30 guy who got second AB All Stars. Byers got second place.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
He's good.
He's a good rider, and he didn't win my Vet 30 class, so that lets you know that why I was nervous. I'm like, man, I got to get it done. Yeah. It still turned out good.
Donald Edwards, man.
Come on, dude. He started backwards. I hate my life.
Yeah, Donald Edwards.
I ain't got no shame in my game no more, guys.
You
Maybe
almost had it.
When I was younger, I might have been a little bit prideful in that shit, but nope, not this time,
so
folks.
You almost had it on Friday.
Dude. I led the whole race, and then I stalled in the last corner.
Last turn, last lap.
Clutches need done on a Kawasaki. We're looking for sponsors. Not only on the show, no, I'm joking. But it's just we're getting better at that tighter stuff, man. That's you're in there. You know what I mean? You're talking 90-point little hairpin turns is what I had going on. I'm like, wow.
And you're making an adjustment, trying to do a different riding style, trying in the first gear range. you're just made that switch not too long ago.
I just went into that because I had to. You know what I mean? Because like second gear, like everybody's like thinks like the 450 to snap, but it was just a little too sluggish. You know what I mean? And I just wasn't having that good snap. So I'm like, man, I gotta go to first gear. I don't like first gear on that thing because it gets a little wind open. You know what I mean? It just gets a little out of control every once in a while. So, but we managed to hang on to it all weekend. Awesome. I only put it down once, so that was good. I only slid out in the corner right where they did it in the whole shot. It was in practice, but other than that, it was a great event.
Well, I did have a chance to catch up with a couple people down there for the Tri-State Arena Cross Series. I had a chance to catch up with David Staple and Levi from LTR Motorsports to get a take on what's going on with those guys for the 2020 season. Right now, I'm down here at the MotOHIO show booth and Everett 328 Productions booth. I am down here with David Staple and Levi with LTR Motorsports. You guys are hooking up people racing the pit bike class tonight. Not only are you guys hooking up the pit bike classes, you guys are hooking up a couple of the pro classes as well. What all is SSR Motorsports, Gateway Cycles, and LTR Motorsports bringing to the table here tonight?
Tonight we're offering up the SSRs to the pro class for the pit bikes. SSR is the presenting sponsor for the pit bike class. So for this round, they up the payout another $100 to $350 if you win on an SSR. So we brought 7 bikes out tonight. We've got 7 guys going to ride them tonight and tomorrow. Hopefully get an SSR on the podium. Hopefully have somebody take home $350.
Right on. And these SSR 170 TXs that we're looking at right here, this bike's no joke. This has like a full-on aluminum swing arm. It's got a 170cc engine. It's got inverted forks. This is a race-ready machine.
Oh, absolutely. These things, they're built to compete with the Piranhas, the built 110s from Cowie. Right out of the box. I mean, they're an affordable option for a pit bike class with enough bark to get you to the front.
Right on. And I'm also joined up here with Levi. You're with LTR Motorsports and Gateway Cycles as well. What's Gateway Cycles got going on this year?
They are sponsoring a race team that we have put together with LTR Motorsports as well. And looking forward to the outdoor season, and hopefully you'll be seeing a lot more of the SSR lineup. We're going to be involved with that, as well as trying to push the KXF models, as the 2020s are new this year, totally all the way around. So we're trying to get as involved as we can and see what happens.
Right on. Can't wait to see one of these SSR machines out there on the racetrack. You going to be riding one of these things tonight, Dave?
No, I'm not. We've got some other guys that are better on pit bikes, and I'm trying to save my body for outdoors.
Well, I can't wait to see some of these guys having some fun. Big guys on little bikes is what pit bikes is all about. We'll see guys having some fun here tonight. Racing rounds 5 and 6 of the Tri-State Arena Cross Series inside the Mountain Health Arena in Huntington, West Virginia. Thanks again, David. Thanks again, Levi. It was awesome catching up with those guys. David's a pretty good rider. He races the plus 25 class. I'm pretty sure he races the 450C class, and he got some great results over the weekend. I'm pretty sure he took a Moto win maybe in that 450C class. If he didn't do it this past weekend, I know he has in races past. And Levi, it's always good seeing him. I'm pretty sure he's a quad rider. If I remember looking on his Facebook profile, he spins some laps on the ATVs, and I'm pretty sure he's hooked up with Kenworthy's the Dome down in Southwest Ohio. There's an indoor riding park down there. I'm pretty sure that Levi
Early Wine.
There we go. There we go. I'm pretty sure Levi's hooked up with those guys. So it's awesome having
greenhouse look. That's got a big greenhouse looking thing. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's hooked up with those guys. If he may not be the owner of that place, I'm not 100% sure. But it's great having everybody supporting the Tri-State Arena Cross Series, and I also had a chance to catch up with one of the main faces of the Tri-State Arena Cross Series, Zachary Lovejoy, and seeing how his 2019 and 2020 season are turning out this year. Want to thank you guys for joining us here at the Tri-State Arena Cross. This is round number 6 of the Tri-State Arena Cross Series. I'm joined here at the MotOHIO show booth, Everett 328 Productions booth, with Zachary Lovejoy, rider coming out of Ono, West Virginia, racing pretty much the entire Tri-State Arena Cross Series. You've been racing the Tri-State Arena Cross Series last year, and did you do it the year before that?
No, I didn't get to do it the year before that, Tri-State. I actually had a broken femur then, so I just went and watched, but I wasn't able to run it then.
And how long have you been racing?
I got my bike when I was 4, and I started racing when I was 4, but I had a lot of medical issues, and it knocked me out of racing for a while, but I came back into it about 4 years ago and just continued racing.
And you've been improving your speed every time you've been getting on a bike. Last year you were in the C class, weren't you?
Yeah, I ran C class last year. Had a few bike issues, but ended up pulling second out for the C class championship. And then this year I went into B class, so I'm running B this year.
And you're looking super fast in that B class. You've been challenging some of the faster riders in that B class, especially indoors. I can only imagine you're going to translate those skills to the outdoor season. I can't wait to see that happen. Where do you do a lot of riding when you're not riding Tri-State Arena Cross?
Well, we have a track at our house. I ride there a lot. And then I have another local motocross sponsor, Mason Motocross, and I ride there a lot, and they help me out. So I run there a good bit, too, during the outdoor season.
And do they have a series that they run?
Yeah, they actually do. I actually got first place in 450B there on the outdoor series last year, and then I got second in their AB class.
Awesome. And how was your night looking last night for round number 5 of the Tri-State Arena Cross Series?
It was pretty rough. This place is more a mental issue to me than anything. I snapped my femur here a couple years back, but I'm just trying to go faster in the B class. Been so young running it, so I'm just trying to have fun.
And how old are you right now, Zach?
I'm only 16.
Woo, you're just a young kid. I got about 13 years on you, so you got some B class experience. I remember translating into the B class when I was about 16 years old, so we're about the same there, and I can only imagine your speed's going to be increasing. What makes the Kawasaki bike work good for you?
I've always rode Kawasaki, and then I got hooked up with Gateway Cycles, and they've helped me out a lot. And I also have a little bit of engine work done by Moto Cycles, so he gets it to where I want it and gets the bike set up for me.
Right on, man. What classes are you going to be racing tonight for round number 6?
I'll be running 450B, 250B, and then I'll be running pit bike.
You got a busy night ahead of you. I did see that you have a new pit bike under the stable house, and the Piranha bike going to be doing it tonight?
Oh, yeah, that thing's mean. I'm trying to get used to it. I actually just got it Thursday before the series and just hopped on it and went with it. So I'm still trying to get used to it, but I think if I get the feel of it, I should be able to bring home some more money on it.
Right on, man. Who's else helping Zach out and helping get you to the racetrack each and every weekend?
Oh, we have an amazing list this year. We have Moto Cycles, Gateway Cycles, G3 Racing, MRP Suspension, 7MX is actually having me on their team this year, Positive Vibes Graphics, AMGP, hand grips, and they're doing donut grips and all kinds of things. And then we also have EVS, Evans Coolant, Henson Clutches, Lovejoy Racing. So everyone that's backing me, thank you.
Right on, man. Can't thank you enough for joining me here in the MotOHIO Show booth here at the Mountain Health Arena for round number 5 and 6 of the Tri-State Arena Cross Series. Right on, the number 157, Zachary Lovejoy.
He's got a 5.7 in his number.
Awesome. I always like the 5.7. You know what I mean? I just never can beat it. You know, I always just like watching anybody out there that's 57. I just like it. I'm a 57 fan.
It was awesome.
I love my ketchup, you know, but
it was awesome going down there for the Tri-State Arena. This will be the third year that I've been with the Tri-State Arena Cross folks. Ronnie Farmer and Debbie Farmer. Cameron Farmer, he races the college boy class and 450B class. He's super fast, super nice kid. Super good family. Can't thank them enough for, thinking of me. Actually, Chumpy Brumfield for actually thinking of me to recommend to the farmers and, making it all happen and bringing you down, bringing Talon Harper down.
Right.
Everybody likes it. Everybody has a good time.
And they really took us in. You know what I mean? I felt real. You know what I'm saying?
Donnie Adams, Motivated MX.
Dude, that was awesome meeting him. You can't go wrong there. Just a real nice guy. Seems like he has a lot of knowledge of motocross.
He knows.
He just knows a lot about the sport and just really keeps a good upbeat vibe and really makes you just feel good.
Everybody's happy down there.
Yeah, it's just that's what's up. They're the kind of people I like to be around. That's my type of people, and I think that's probably why we all jive so well. So that's just how it went. And yeah, I can't thank everyone enough. I really appreciate you guys for having me down. I'll be down again.
Awesome, man. There's more great Tri-State Arena Cross action set to come this coming weekend. Wrapping the whole series up down in Salem, Virginia. That is actually going to be the farmers' hometown. They're actually from Salem, Virginia, so they're going back to where they're from. They currently live just outside of Huntington, West Virginia, so they had their hometown or home base race this past weekend,
right?
And they're having their hometown race this coming weekend. So it's wrapping things up good for them this year.
Nice, yeah, and look forward to seeing some of the results from there and people.
Absolutely,
because they're going to finish up their series and stuff, and try to get their last couple points they can before ending that series.
Might be a whole different group of riders down there because this would be a whole different place. This is the furthest southeast the Tri-State Arena Cross series has gone. And I know that that's getting closer and closer down there to the South Carolina guys down at Club MX and south of the border and all those places down there.
I'm sure Donnie Adams is promoting a little bit while he's there, saying, hey, we're going to be this couple gate drop race drops, Never hurts to race.
Is this weekend the first East Coast Supercross?
I don't think.
I don't know. I don't have the schedule.
Tampa's not yet. No, Tampa's not until 24th. I think it's on Summit.
Okay.
Tampa's at Summit weekend.
That will be great because I'm hoping that the
or either it's the 14th or 15th.
But I'm hoping it's not this weekend.
I don't believe it's this weekend.
Okay. Somebody prove us wrong. We don't know. We don't have the schedule up in front of us, and I have got
after Oakland. Don't they go to Texas?
I've got too much stuff in my hands to try to figure out what's going on with the pro guys because we're local motocross guys.
That's it. Yeah. I can't keep up with the pro guys. Every time I watch them, I just get mad. And I want to go ride that track, and I think I can do better than them. Especially if they do something silly. Like if Eli Tomac messes up, I could yell at him through the TV and tell him I could have done better than that, and we all know that's not happening.
Let me look. I got 2020 Supercross schedule. We're bringing it up. I can let you guys see what we're looking at on the screen. There we go. Bringing it up. Trying to make this happen. There we go. Supercross schedule. Right there it is. Hit the button. Come on, internet, work for me. All right, so I'm not 100% certain where we're going to be. This is going to be San Diego. So, okay, they're still going to be out west, so that still leaves the door open
because Tampa, Florida don't come to the next weekend. Remember? I had mine backwards. I didn't even ever read this in my life, but I knew Texas was coming quick.
Okay.
So it's right after Florida.
I was hoping there wasn't an East Coast round coming up.
Because the Spring Ding is coming up, and then it'll be right after that. They'll have the Supercross. So I knew that the Mittens were talking about that. So I
know a lot of the guys racing the local Arena Cross series is down in like North Carolina, Tennessee, and the places down there, and the Tri-State Arena Cross series also are riders trying to qualify for East Coast Supercrosses. So that's why that was my concern is I don't want to have it on the same day. Because
it would be such a discrepancy. You'd be fighting dates, it'd be conflicting, and not that the East Coast Supercross carries the conflict dates with Tri-State, but, we want them riders to come to
absolutely
venture on up there. And it'd be good to get a couple gate drops in for them right before that happens.
Absolutely. And that's what I was talking to Rob Mitten, Cameron Mitten, and Drew Mitten, and Carson Mitten's dad. And that's why they made their pro debut. That's why Cameron made his pro debut this weekend, and Drew made his pro debut in the AB All-Stars class a couple of weeks ago. That's why they did it at the Tri-State Arena Cross Series as opposed to at the Supercross Futures races, which they're planning on going and racing, and some of the larger amateur nationals during the off season and some of the qualifiers.
That Ding is down. I think it's down in Firestone. That's down in Texas. They'll be there. They'll probably be at the Mini O's.
Yes,
stuff like that. That when you get to that A class, that pro sport level there, those fellas are about ready to step into the semis.
That's exactly what Rob was getting at. Is they wanted the boys to line up with some of the same guys that have already had that experience before.
Correct.
Before actually, quote, making it happen.
No, right. And I think it was a great stacked field for them to line up against this weekend.
It was stacked, man. You had
it
Hunter
really
Sales,
stacked.
You had Jeff Gibson, you had Levi one night, you had
Travis Sewell.
It was James Justice. Tucker Schneider was looking killer down there this past weekend. The number 299, he's a local rider right there from Huntington, West Virginia. He was putting the power down.
It just depended on who got a start, and then everyone was fast once they got that good start. A little 46 on like a teal looking 250.
Landon Rogers.
Man, he was flying. Doing a real good job, and everybody looking real smooth. Cole Zoller's putting down good laps.
Oh, the old missile.
Old Millersburg missile there, you old silly goose you. But he looked great too. Everybody laying down laps, and that's what we're about.
And that was this past weekend for rounds 5 and 6 of the Tri-State Series. And once again, more Tri-State Series action coming up this coming weekend. That will be on the 7th and 8th of February for rounds 7 and 8 of the Tri-State Arena Cross Series. So they're wrapping things up on the right dates.
That'll be all she wrote for them and I'm not upset. Let's get this last summit out of the way because the outdoors are right around the corner.
You're right. I personally have one weekend off. I don't have anything going on Valentine's Day weekend, but I will be back in action. You said Summit is the 21st and 22nd of February. And
there we go. We got practice all day Thursday on the 20th.
You're right.
We'll be there racing on Friday and Saturday as usual.
I will be there on Friday and I will be there on Saturday. And
look for him there on Thursday for maybe a little practice session.
If I'm not back to work, I got the gimbal. I got the stuff to do the old Grip It Media action, so I might be there doing some vlogging.
Thursday it is.
So I will, if I'm not back to work, I will probably be there.
I mean, I need a little Facebook help here to get Derek back to on the dirt bike. Thursday before Summit will be a great time to see a 328 ripping around the track.
I don't know about the indoor stuff, but I need 5 gallons of fuel first, so I need 5 gallons of race gas, and then we'll get there, and that's $60.
Yeah, it's $60. Darn it, $12 a gallon.
That's about all the more that you and I have to talk about for the Tri-State Arena Cross series this past weekend. That's I'm looking forward to this coming weekend for the finale of the Tri-State Arena Cross. And, I'm looking forward to the rest of the indoor season, because I'm pretty sure on March 7th, that will be the end of my indoor season, and I will be at Switchback for the last race of their indoors.
Yep.
Because they don't have a series, but...
And everything will just kind of take a little hiatus, a little break for a minute, and we'll be right into outdoors. Malvern, March 29th.
Absolutely. I'm stoked.
Me too. I can't wait to get back to I love Malvern.
This past weekend...
Down, dude. It was a good racing weekend.
So not only were we down at the Tri-State Series, the guys were out west in Oakland racing the Monster Energy Supercross, the 250 and the 450 action. And our boy finally was able to put another one together in that 450 class, the old number 3.
Man. Awesome ride. The Tomac Shark is in the water. And I love the little post I posted before Oakland. It'd be a shame I get a good start in Oakland. Hey, a bazinga. Got it done. So that was excellent. I mean, I hear everybody's talk.
Did you see Justin Barcia's valve?
I didn't get to see his valve. I seen his come off in the heat, right? His bike was smoking, and the valve was just like a U shape.
Oh, it was an S.
Oh.
It was an S.
Dude, he was pissed.
He was not happy.
And look at such a smart rider. Started to throw a fit, right? Okay. Shut that down and started running his bike to the pits. He's like, "Bro, I gotta get my stuff fixed. I gotta quit throwing a little fit like his baby and get my stuff put.
I gotta get a new engine in this bike so I can get back out there for the LCQ because the time.
And good job, Justin Barcia.
Oh yeah, top 10,
yeah,
top 10, top 6, just outside of the top 5.
Dude. Great ride.
Are you kidding me?
Gotta be easy to find them stalker 450 motors laying around. I'm just saying,
they're
man.
everywhere.
I bet they're everywhere. I bet you could have went to anybody and got one of those.
The rider that's trained by the one and only Levi Kilbarger is able to put the pieces back together after coming from the LCQ. Wrapping
he won
up.
that, didn't he?
I'm pretty sure he did.
He didn't finish 6th place in the main. Didn't win the LCQ.
I swear. I know that Cooper Webb got second. But I
wasn't going to catch him, dude.
I will stand on February 5th, 2020, and say that Cooper Webb will not be the number 1 orange or white finisher. I mean, from the Rockstar Husqvarna or the Red Bull KTM teams. I don't think that he's going to be the number 1 rider from that team. I think it was the previous year's champion. I think Jason Anderson is overall a better rider come season end. I think that Jason Anderson will have more points accumulated at season end than we will see coming from Cooper Webb, than we'll see coming from Dean Wilson or even Zach Osborne, personally.
No, I'm 100% with that as well, but Cooper has that mentality to win championships and manage races.
If not, he's going to be mad.
Here's the thing. He's been doing it. Just because it was at an amateur level before, it doesn't mean that pressure's still on all those young riders. I mean, imagine, take Hayden Deegan's pressure level through the day. When he wakes up in the morning, he already has a job, dude. He's not even a teenager.
He's got to ride his dirt bike.
He has a job. And you don't think that people don't look at him and say, this will be done, that'll be done, you're out of your mind. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm saying is it's bestowed within him to just manage this how he's managing it. He's whining his normal whine. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, I was sick. Okay. I mean, you got one of the best diets in the world and one of the sickest trainers ever, but you're always sick. But I get it. Whatever. You're a good rider. And that's how it is. I'm a Cooper Webb fan.
Do you think that Cooper Webb this year could potentially be suffering from the chronic fatigue syndrome?
No, I don't think so. I think he's going to be right there for this championship battle. It'll be them top 3. It'll be them top 3. Adam Cincerello is still a little bit wet behind the ears. You know what I'm saying? He's going to make those few mistakes that Eli was making last year and the year before that cost him them titles. But I'm telling you, Eli settled into that pace. He could have went into Eli Tomac 3 races ago and tried to lay it all out there and then crash and break an ankle. We just took 7th. We just took 4th. Right. Now we're right back in the swing of things, dude. And I'm not upset if Ken Roxon wins the championship.
I'm not either. I'm
not upset. I'm like, he rides a Honda, Team Fried, y'all can go crazy, you know what I mean? Whatever, Boggs and all you HRC guys, I don't care. I don't like her Honda still. But if Ken Roxon was to win,
I'm not going to be disappointed.
Go ahead, buddy.
I'm not going to be disappointed.
Yeah, I'm a happy camper.
I'm stoked with Adam Cianciarulo's results in a top 4 finish. Top 4, he was finished in 4th. Just behind Ken Roxon there. nothing bad to say with seeing Cirillo's ride.
He did a great job.
Nothing,
He did what he had to, and that's how you manage.
That shows it. That's a seasoned ride right there. That shows a person that's been in this class for many years to finish inside the top 5 like that.
'Cause I can already I rode the pro class back in the day, and you would have your days where you were just a little more on and you weren't the last time. We're at the same pretty much track, but it just doesn't seem like everything's clicking for me today. It's not jiving. I'm not hitting my corners. I'm not hitting my marks perfectly. And sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, and that's just how it was.
So this rider right here that I'm highlighting, Martin Davalos.
He's always hanging around.
He's hanging around. He hung around this week. He didn't have the blowout performance in weeks past where he's been inside the top 10, fighting for a position just outside the top 5. So a little bit disappointed to see Martin Davalos this past weekend in 15th because we've seen more for him in the past.
Well, I think when he just had a 5th place finish in one of the Triple Crown races and stuff, and I treat those as just regular main events. Because that's just 3 main events. I mean, it's not one big main event. It's just 3 regular main events. You know what I mean? So when you can finish there, that's just showing you that things are clicking for riders when it's home life too, man.
Also, I am extremely the one rider
so great in the whoops.
The one rider I really like to watch, and I'm a fanboy of this guy right here, El Chupacabra, the number 4 Blake Baggett. I really like to watch him ride.
He's a weird little fellow.
He's
kind of different. You know what I mean? But he is a heck of a motocross rider.
Did you see him in the heat race?
Yeah, he looked great. He stayed right there with those guys.
He was on the guy's heels. Yeah. What happened in the main event to finish in 9th?
I mean, that's just how it goes. I'm telling you, it's all about having that little bit of clean air in the start. It's mental, man.
There's a dozen mental stuff. There's a dozen guys in this 450 class.
Just swap that first place every week.
Can switch, yeah.
The top 6 could win the championship.
You're not wrong.
That's Cooper Webb, Eli Tomac, Roxon, Cincerillo, Anderson, and Barsha. Any of them could just run away with it at any time.
They could.
Just go on a streak,
You're absolutely right.
Win every race, and then there you go. There's your championship for the year. So and then you can venture down and start looking at like how you said, you can almost go clear to Blake Baggett in 9th and say he maybe have a chance. Mookie catch a fire streak, you know what I mean?
Oh, he could do it. Yeah.
It's like so insane.
Malcolm, because let's see here.
People giving Aaron Plessinger like flack about his single-digit number, saying that he's a disgrace and stuff. Y'all should not even never do that because he's still getting top 15, former champ. So I don't want to hear it.
Former champ.
Oh yeah,
former champ.
Yeah.
Did Barsh have a championship back in the day?
Yeah, 250 class. Yeah.
I'm not 100% certain.
Yeah, I think he had a 250. He was on a Muscle Milk Honda.
I'm not 100% certain on Dean Wilson. I'm pretty sure Dino had a champ.
He had a 250 championship. So did Justin Hill.
Champ.
Right, dude.
There's
that's crazy.
12 of them.
There's a bunch of them
that have had championships in the past, whether it be the 250 or the 450 class.
They managed the whole season there. So once you have that inside you, it doesn't like get turned off. You don't forget about it. So that's what I'm saying. They're going to be able to rely on that. And I'm telling you, it's everything jiving at home and things going right on the training bike and this and that and just getting off and just having that extra bounce in your step whenever you just worked out as hard as you could.
Absolutely.
Because they're all doing the same thing. That top 6 has had all the same training program. They're all bicycling as far. They all have the same pound ankle weights. They all have the same wrist weights. They're all rowing as far on the machine.
Just which order are you doing it in?
That's absolutely it. And then it's all about a talent level when we get to the race time on Saturday night. It's talent. It's nothing but whose talent's going to spill over this weekend.
How about Justin Cooper talking about talent coming out of the LCQ?
Yeah.
Again.
He's just doing a great job. That young man just knows how to ride his dirt bike really well. I think
he needs to put it together one weekend and just not stay off the ground or just not have a bad start or just not have a bad weekend.
I like the who did I watch run up front for quite some time? I think it was either like Derek Drake. It was one of them younger riders.
Derek Drake looked good.
He ran up front someplace for a while. Yeah.
Oldenburg was right there on Faulkner for the better part of that first heat race.
Oh, Austin Faulkner.
That was good.
Boy, he gave the old speech there at the end, didn't he? Boy, it was just like, shut up for a minute, Austin. I love you and your Team Green ways, but Ferrandis was faster than you, bud.
Yeah.
It's about the best I got for you. It happens. I got beat this weekend too, Faulkner, so I feel you. It's just faster than me.
I apologize. It wasn't Oldenburg. It was Michael Moseman that was battling with
and he fell down.
Yeah, my bad.
Still hats off to my buddy Logan. Good job, Carnell, man. You're still inside that top 20.
Right there's your LCQ results. Yep. Justin Cooper, Killian Albertson, Logan Carnell. There he is, getting in the main event. That's what you got to do.
And then up at his results, he was top 20. He's inside top 20. So that's excellent, man. You can't beat it.
How did Robbie Wageman, finishing in 15th there. He finished in 6th in the LCQ. I thought that only took top 4.
I don't know.
Huh. Oh well. Not my problem.
I wonder if someone got hurt.
That could be. I don't see,
get on the line.
I don't see Wyatt there in the main event. So we did see Justin Cooper. Do we see the number 284 of Lorenzo in that 250 class?
Yeah, he's down there right above Logan.
Okay, and the number 90 there, Killian's down there as well. So
that's weird.
I don't have a reasoning behind that. Oh, excuse me, that's Robbie Wageman there. That's
RJ Wageman.
And RJ Wageman there. Okay.
That's why.
There's a couple Wagemans at race. I remember seeing that now.
That's cool.
We make mistakes.
But here's another thing is that 250 class is getting faster and faster.
These
guys are doing more and more obstacles like the 450 class is doing, and I think it's amazing.
Luke Clout.
So look for those guys when they go to the 450 to start really stretching and taking the bar farther and farther. Yeah. I can't wait to see Ferranis on a 450. I don't care if you like him or not. He's going to be a gangster on that thing, dude. He's going to be fast, bro. He's gonna be out for blood. And he's going to be on a title hunt. I mean, I'm just going to just win the race. I mean, is this how it's going to go, dude? He's going to be flying.
He's going to be so fast.
And Hartnaft, I mean, he's already the size of a 450 rider, so he'll be good too.
Yeah,
once he gets on that 250, he'll be there next year.
I think that Hartnaft will probably race a couple of the East Coast Supercrosses on a 450.
Oh, I see it happening.
And I see him getting better results that way.
On that, I see him stepping into that pro ranks in that big heavy hitter class and turning heads, and people will be like, "What happened here?"
I'm pretty sure Hartnaft is the rider that won the straight rhythm in the 250 two-stroke division.
Might have been.
If he didn't win, he was up there in the top.
I watched him come from nothing.
He got second behind Ken Roxon. That's right.
He's from around our way, isn't he? Isn't he from up here?
I'm pretty sure we've seen Hartnaft.
He's a local Pennsylvania kid.
We seen him race at the Cliff a couple years ago.
Well, not only that, but I've been at Pleasure Valley with him before. Like, he was there to fly race day when David Bradshaw and him was there. He was there just hanging out, and it was something because it was like, and I remember hearing Jeff Stern say, "Oh, it's because you just live down the road." I'm like you from around here, dude? I watch you on TV, you know. And so I just love when the East Coast, Northeastern people make it to this level.
Absolutely,
we don't get to ride all the time, man. I'm stuck right now. It's cold out, wet, rainy.
It is cold outside. No joke.
You come in and it was like, whoo.
So
and to hide them out.
I'm stoked for what's in store for the 2020 season. I mean, we've already had some great racing action, and there's
more to come, man.
There's only more to come.
That's it. 2020, not giving up. You know what I mean? Not like I haven't undersold 2020 yet. I mean, we got a president that gets impeached. He's not impeached. He is impeached. He ain't impeached. We got dirt bike racing going on. I'm loving it, man. This is a great time to be alive, guys. This is one of the craziest things I've seen. I've never seen this many stacked riders in the pro class in my life. There's always Jerry McGrath, and then there was Ricky Carmichael, and there was James Stewart. There was like one rider you talked about. Now we talk about like 5 or 6 every different weekend. There's top 3. Those top 3 we talk about every time.
Yeah.
Especially Roxon and Tomac. Like, they're always in that.
And not only for the pro riders.
Each other so smooth, too.
2020 is going to be huge for us because the MotOHIO show, opening new doors with having it available on YouTube. Hopefully very, very soon I'll have it posted.
Yeah.
The Grip It Media vlog. And, we're just trying to spread the word of local motocross to get, more people involved. Because we've got one empty seat right here. The Kawasaki Tri-State rider is filling currently. He's holding down the fort. We've had some off weekends. And, with it being a little bit cold outside, weather is a little bit inconsistent. So work is a little bit inconsistent. So it's been difficult for us to even try to schedule a time to be in the studio and then have a person in here as a studio guest. So that's the reason why this seat has been empty for a few weeks. But that'll change very soon because we have a couple of riders and
looking forward to coming in.
And a couple of people, actually, that are looking forward to coming in and having a sit down with us. So we're super excited for that. And it's going to be a great year for 2020.
Try to keep our the guests coming to you a little. I wouldn't mind maybe grabbing a quick kid from the woods this year or something, and just get a talk on everything that's happening around here in the local area. Just keep everybody going on.
Who's that rider you were showing me?
Oh, Cody Barnes, man. That little video of Cody Barnes. He's on a beta 252 stroke. If you look at my Facebook, he was. I don't think hashtag no lift. We just had to duct tape that Electron carburetor wide open. Yeah, it was sweet. So.
I didn't even touch the clutch but once.
I don't even know if he did that.
Yeah, I don't even think he did.
It was amazing. So
I'm stoked for 2020. I can only imagine.
I'm excited, man. It's
how
gonna be
excited
great.
you are. The nephews, they're excited.
And another great thing is what I got coming in 2020 is we'll have another new member of the family. You know, me and Ashley and Cam, a new little baby yacht coming September of 2020. So
congratulations, man.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, and I love Ashley so much and Cam, and it was just a great blessing we got to find out just a couple weeks ago. We're coming along, so great.
I'm kind of relying on you for this coming weekend, Kevin, because I'll be down in Salem, West Virginia.
Busy.
Or he's not Salem, Virginia for the final tri-state race. So I probably will not get a chance to watch the Supercross very in-depth. So I'm going to rely on you a little bit for that, to talk about that. But I will do the best I can, and I will give you guys some great information about the Tri-State Series whenever we come back in the Everett 328 Production Studios. So once again, we are looking for partners. We are looking for sponsors, product placement. We are looking for some great product placement in the Everett 328 Production Studios, and we're not affiliated with Mountain Dew, but it's a great drink.
It's hilarious.
It doesn't taste good when it's coffee hot, but it's a great drink.
No, not at all. It doesn't taste really that well when you come right off the track either. Somebody tried to hand me one this week. I'm like, let me just get a water first.
Water, yeah.
And we might hit the Mountain Dew a little later. Yeah.
But yeah, we're looking for partners to hook up us and our in-studio guests with some great swag and spread the word of the MotOHIO show.
Just get you guys out there. You know what I mean? That's gonna benefit y'all as well. You know what I mean? So it's just a helping thing.
Yes,
that's great.
So we're just trying to raise awareness so people know what's going on the upcoming weekend. So if they're wondering where to race, that's where
we got you.
We got you. We're always going to tell you to race. Mm-hmm. If not, where to race, we're going to ride.
We're going to ride it.
We're going to tell you to ride.
So I got a weekend off this week. I'm riding somewhere. Probably go cruising around someplace. Ram Jam it is. Miss Raylan, I'm coming.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll be
Shout out Ram Jam.
Ram Jam will be over.
Make sure you're always supporting your local indoor arenas and places to ride. Even though you may not have a place to race, you got to get some seat time in. You got to get some laps in.
That's it.
So I can't thank you guys enough for joining us for Moto number 3, Season 2, Moto 3, the MotOHIO show here in the Everett 328 Production Studios, and also joining us for, our trial run at the video recording procedure. And, we're stoked to have even more stuff going on. And I can't thank Kevin for making the trip down there with me and with us this past weekend, hanging out.
Great time, Derek. I appreciate it.
And also for joining us in the studio this week. So you're always a pleasant face to have in here, and always great to talk to you, buddy.
I appreciate it, buddy. I like discussing it. It's always a great time.
Dirt bikes are cool. So
that's it. Vlog out. I mean, all right. That's how it goes.
So make sure you guys are joining in next week for Moto number 4, Season 2 of the MotOHIO show. This wraps up this week for the MotOHIO show. Thanks again for joining us this week.